don't like it when manufacturers artificially apply a designation to a vehicle that doesn't fit it correctly. It not only creates unrealistic expectations for the vehicle, but it totally waters down the designation and confuses consumers across the board. Take the sport utility vehicle, for example. This is a name that's been blurred in its definition. Who even knows what a sport utility vehicle is these days? Which is why it's so refreshing to see Polaris build a vehicle that's true to the sport utility name. There's not too many on the market. Polaris didn't have one, but now they do, and it's called the General. The General's chassis is based on the RZR architecture. It's not the same, but it's similar. Its front and rear suspensions are also based on RZR parts. They've just been beefed up on the General. 12 inches of front and 13 inches of rear suspension travel are numbers typically reserved for pure sport side-by-sides. Sure, put the General up against a RZR 1000 XP Turbo and it's not that impressive, but put it up against any mid-level pure sport and it has to make no excuses. That travel on our General 1000 EPS Deluxe is damped by a set of what we think are the most innovative and functional shocks in the industry, Fox Podium X 2.0 QS3s. Why are these shocks so innovative and functional? Because they're easy to use and simple to understand. They feature piggyback remote reservoirs, but instead of the typical 30 clicks of compression and rebound adjustability, they feature a simple 3-position clicker knob. Settings 1, 2, and 3 translate into soft, medium, and firm. It's simple, it's easy to understand, and most importantly, it works fantastic. Actual suspension action is excellent. Whether you're ripping trails, hitting big jumps, or cruising around the farm, the General is smooth and composed. It's plush, yet resists bottoming on even the biggest hits. If this was a pure sport side-by-side, we would have no complaints about how it rides. Power-wise, the General is again awesome. 100 horsepower from its 999cc parallel twin comes on strong, and it's transferred through a set of excellent CVT clutches that are tuned perfectly to take full advantage of its 100 ponies. There's lots of torque down low when you need to pull or haul a massive load, but as the revs climb, the clutches bite down on the belt and keep pulling the vehicle darn close to 80 miles per hour on top end. In terms of general comfort, pun intended, the General is a bit of a compromise. And I say a bit because it's actually really great for all purposes. For sport riding, the seats are a little more upright than a RZR, but not so much so that aggressive riding becomes uncomfortable. And yet, they're far more laid back than in a Ranger. The standard equipment full doors make getting in and out of the General easy, so while the seating position is more sporty than the Ranger, it's no less convenient. Adjustable driver's seat, tilting steering wheel with a tilting gauge package, high back, well-bolstered bucket seats, it's all here. And it's all laid out in the highest quality, nicest looking interior we've ever seen from Polaris. The interior of the General literally looks like a car. All the same features you'd expect to find in a car are there, more so than any other side-by-side in the market. But more importantly, they all work exactly as you'd want them to, no matter what you're doing. Tons of storage, lots of legroom, nicely laid out switches, and a sexy new analog-digital gauge combination, all excellent. Two 12-volt outlets are great when you need to power or charge something on the go. One thing we think Polaris dropped the ball on, and it might be the only thing, is the lid for the center console storage bin. It acts as both a lid for the storage bin and as an armrest, but it's not padded or even covered in any way. It's simply left as hard, smooth plastic, which isn't very comfortable and is easy to slide your elbow off of. It seems like a small point, but it's an important one. When it comes to utility, the true dual nature of the General really starts to show through though. Yes, its chassis is capable of aggressive sport riding, but it's also designed to haul and pull like a utility machine. With a dumping cargo box and functional single-latch tailgate, its 1,100-pound payload and 1,500-pound towing capacities are nothing to scoff at. 12 inches of ground clearance, dual sway bars, and dual-rate springs that maintain over 60% of the vehicle's ground clearance when loaded all ensure that when you're done playing hard, you can work just as hard. Our General is the EPS Deluxe model, which means it comes standard with power steering and a long list of cool goodies, like a roof, MTX Bluetooth stereo, 4,500-pound Polaris winch, front bumper, aluminum wheels with 27-inch GBC Dirt Commander tires, a Dirt Trax favorite. Essentially, all the things you might want to add to your General already included. What we like most about our General is simple. We've used our General to ride trails slow and fast, hit big jumps, haul wood, pull boats out of the lake, and it does all of this every bit as well as any pure sport or utility side-by-side would do on their own. The beauty of the General, though, is it really can do both. If you've enjoyed watching this Dirt Trax TV segment, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you'll never miss another update.